First of all, apologies for my lack of videos this week, but I was very busy. Monday and Tuesday after work I was playing ranked to not fall out of the previous leaderboard because I really wanted to get the calling card. First day I worked, I napped after work, and then from 2 AM I was playing because that is when the season reset happens here, and I was grinding the new leaderboard. I really wanted to reach the #1 place because I remember Carnage YouTube when I found his YouTube the first time. I found it through the leaderboard and he had 5,000 subscribers, and look at him now. To ensure that I don't have to work, I broke my leg. No, I'm just kidding, my legs are fine, but I did ask for 2 days off from work so I would not have to be working and would be able to just grind. I thought not having to work would give me an edge compared to people who have to work or study or both, but clearly I was wrong. But regardless, I had 2 days, and as you can see I failed. Well, at first master lobbies were quite smooth, and around the morning time I was already in Grandmaster, and then I decided to take a 1-hour long nap. When I woke up, some players were in like Grandmaster 3, but it was okay. But then a problem occurred. It would take very long time to get a lobby, and not all of those lobbies ended up in victory. And so I played, I had one more nap, but last night I finished playing around 10 when I was simply too sleepy because I slept 2 hours, excluding the nap. And I noticed that even though I did not quite feel the need to sleep, but I was just rushing through map without any thinking, kept on getting killed. And I was still in Grandmaster 3. Like, I could not move any higher, I was getting bad lobbies, I was playing badly myself. And so I went to sleep. And now Friday I finished the Grandmaster 4 and 5 and reached Legendary. In total I played 180 matches and won about half. Top used weapons were BP50, which I believe makes perfect sense, Type 19. I really like the championship build, it is fast and like it has better EDS time and mobility compared to BP50, which I especially adore. And then the new US S9, I do not use it as much, but I prepared a video with it for like another video. So yeah, and those three, actually those two rather, were my main loadouts. So this whole BP50 loadout, like the whole setup, I consider to be my signature setup. It is designed for aggressive playstyle, to be able to run through the Molotovs with the Dauntless, to not care about the stealth choppers, about sentry guns because cold-blooded. Even Shocker Cs do not target me. And the Gunsmith is the one that probably everyone uses. Type 19 setup for a more versatile playstyle due to the Ghost, Green Pack, which makes me invisible to UAVs, and like I said, the Gunsmith is the aggressive variant, so I'm able to like be kind of aggressive still, but on a bit more passive side. And I also have this range setup, but I use it on a way lesser scale, just in big maps when I want to be like full-on passive, and the Gunsmith is the classical one. And USS9 I will not go into much detail because I have a video prepared, but the Gunsmith is pretty much the score, just the mag, either use the damage mag or the 50 rounds mag. That being said, such intense grind and sweaty Grandmaster lobbies as it was the first and the second days, it was quite an interesting experience. And now I am only able to review these matches because others, as you can see, are gone. But to give video more value, I will just go through the top 3 performance of each match, just so we can check what guns were used. I will not be reviewing every loadout individually, but it is very cool because it filters the top 3 performance from each match, so you can know what they used, and you can also check what guns they used, loadouts and whatnot. And I will just focus on interesting things. So first of all, Grau was appearing quite often, PP90 Bison also, and both of these are considered like non-meta in various YouTube videos, and yet we are performing really well. BP50 all over the place of course, After the buff, I've been seeing RUSs, but I need to test them out myself. Another really interesting thing was the sudden appearance of Chopper VLMG. Like, I don't remember it being used earlier, but now I saw it in like every few lobbies. There was at least one Chopper. And you will see it on top performance as well. Not in all of them, but like it did appear. And I think it kind of probably makes sense considering that it is a good gun to just hold lanes, protect OBG. And Grandmaster is all about reaching Legendary as fast as you can, winning as much as you can. PDW, another non-meta gun, but it was doing really well from what I observed in these 2 days. CX9, but I think it was the same guy twice, but he was doing really well. Type 19, of course, in various places, and is, like I said, one of my favorite guns. It is very good. MG42 also was used quite often, but it did not always like end up in the top 3 performance. And you also saw Holger, and like I mentioned earlier, the Grab. Odin appeared quite often, sometimes Fennec, sometimes Switchblade X9, and now the USS9, it was used a lot, and people performed with it quite well as you can see. But the thing is, it is a new gun and it is a pretty usable gun, so I think that the situation might change later on. But it is a really pretty solid gun, so I'm not surprised that many players were using it and like ended up in the top 3 best performance. And I think that being able to check what sweats were using, tryhards were using in the Grandmaster lobbies on the 2 main sweatiest days of the new season, it is a pretty cool, malleable knowledge to have, and I did find some interesting guns to use, like I mentioned. As for this whole grind, well, it was an interesting experience, but I was really hoping that I could get higher, because like I mentioned, I even dedicated 2 days, like when I was not working and whatnot. But well, it is what it is. It is a bit upsetting, but I simply do not understand how we are almost 2000 points above. Like, mostly I was just grinding rank and I could not get above the legendary barrier. But well, the very first time when I reached leaderboard was half a year ago. So like, who knows, maybe eventually I will figure it out. We don't know what the future holds. Maybe someday you will check the leaderboard and it will be me at the top. But for now, I don't understand how is that possible. And it is quite impressive, honestly.